raised with royal blood coursing through my veins. One of the strongest and mightiest horses. And that royalty gave me place among Pilate, the governor of Judea. Gave me place among his fleet of horses, his other steeds. And my place was a place of power. I was raised to intimidate. I was raised to make sure that people saw the governor riding on me. I was raised to enter any place that we went with the proclamation that we were in charge. I felt strong. I felt that power. We represented Rome. And Rome ruled. Rome ruled in taxing. Rome ruled in all of the festivities that ever took place in the city of Jerusalem. We would go to that city and often just ride around the city. And it wasn't always Pilate that was upon me, but it was an elected official among the Roman government that would sit upon me and show power. And we would make sure that the message was, Jerusalem, Jerusalem, city of peace, remain in peace. And remember, it is Rome that rules. It is not your Jewish God. It is Caesar. And it is only Caesar. And it is Caesar who is the appointed Son of God who will save you if you behave and you pay your taxes. We dominate. We'll let you do your thing, but you remain quiet as you do. Don't cause any problems. We're in charge. So I rode into Jerusalem that day. I rode in from the east, and I went into the western wall. There were other horses ahead of me. I held Pilate. I felt strong. We entered the city. You could hear the armor clanging. You could hear the mesh of the garments clinging together with the soldiers behind us. We were going in for the Passover, for the week. We were going in. We wouldn't stay in Jerusalem, we would stay outside of Jerusalem. But we went in and we went right to the center where the temple was. And again, our message was, we dominate. You behave. You pay your taxes. And if you don't, Golgotha. If you don't, we will make an example of you. Rome rules. We made our way into that temple court. And all of a sudden, there was a sense of peace coming toward us. There was another power present. We grew very uncomfortable. I felt that I needed to puff up even more. My back needed to be straight. Even Pilate felt restless. And I came upon this crowd where this creature was holding some man. They were moving into that same space that we were. And my eyes caught the eyes of that other creature. And my eyes were to say, I see you. You cannot dominate in this space. I do. We do. something in the eyes of that creature totally dismantled the domination that I was feeling. I was speechless. What I saw was this humility and this incredible strength that I have never experienced or have ever been able to represent. I knew that this creature had something that I did not have, and I longed for it. Nervously, I made my way out of that court and knew something had changed. And I was very concerned, as well as those with me, about what was happening that week in Jerusalem, city of peace. I've never been ridden. I have been bought as a small colt to be a part of a little village. And I knew that my responsibility one day would be to pull the cultivator. I would help provide for a small family. I was not created to move quickly, but steadily. I was created to be a patient creature. I was created to provide some stability. This particular day, I was tied up outside my master's home. He had been away. And there was talk that he had been out in a village where he witnessed the healing of a man who had been dead. And this prophet came in and had raised him from the dead. His name was Lazarus. In Bethany, this other village wasn't far from where we lived. My master had returned, and there was this sense of incredible joy and confidence in my master. And I wondered what that meant. What was going on? People around me seemed different. I was untied. Not knowing where I was to go, I turned and I looked at my master, and my master gave me the look of patience and said, "Go." In his eyes, I could feel that he was sending me with a blessing. I then, not far from my home, was stopped. Coats were put on me. A blanket was placed on me. And this very gentle but strong person was hoisted onto me. And as he passed me, as he was being hoisted, he looked in my eyes and I saw gratitude. I thought for that passing moment he knew me, that He cared for me, and I was going to do my best in that moment to not only honor my Master, but to honor Him. I strengthened my back and I rode. We made our way to the Mount of Olives, which overlooks Jerusalem. You go down a gentle mountainside, and there's a graveyard there, and there is a gate called the Easy Gate. And some people call it the Easy Way. And we went in through the Easy Gate, and people were saying, "Save us! Hosanna! Blessed is the one who comes in the name of the Lord." They were calling the person riding on me King. I felt so strong and connected, not only to the ground and the brickwork and the pavement and the beauty of Jerusalem. I had never been there. The place did not look intimidating. I thought it would be. I felt comfortable. I felt like I had purpose. I felt loved. I felt chosen. We made our way into the area that held the temple. And as we were coming in, I could see on the other side of the temple court the dust rising from the road, from the brickwork. I could feel underneath our feet, underneath my hooves, the ground shaking. And I could see this army coming in. And about the fifth horse was another man riding on this incredible, beautiful, I'd never seen a creature like this before, a black stallion, shiny, looked almost wet, so powerful. But I could face that entering parade. They were saying domination and victory and look at us. But I felt like we were the ones entering that court with the real power and strength that could name that courtyard with its original naming, peace. The house of the Lord, a place of prayer. All of that was circling through my mind as I saw that stallion come in. Not afraid. Not self-conscious. But I looked into his eyes. And I looked and I said in my heart of hearts, "You are incredible. You are so strong. You are bringing in royalty, but so am I. And I'm not afraid of you. I would like to know you." And you know, I saw in that stallion's eyes, thinking that the stallion, the horse, and me, a donkey, humble, not created to be like that stallion, with all kinds of purpose. I saw an insecurity. I saw pain. I saw fear. And he blinked and kind of shook his mane with this discomfort. The week progressed, and I saw the stallion a couple of times. And the stallion at the beginning of that week grew very uncomfortable. And I knew I had purpose. I knew I had purpose to maybe communicate to people around me and that stallion a sense of peacefulness, that all will be well. that the man that I had carried was indeed one who could save, who saved me, and who could even save that stallion. What a week. What a time of joy. But then, as the week ended, as I was taken back to my master, word was that the crowd who had been yelling, "Save us," started yelling, "Crucify him." It broke my heart. It made no sense. Why would people want him dead? He was the one. He knew me. He loved me. My life had changed. I knew I would serve my master and the community and village and other creatures around me. I would serve with love, having been transformed, having been changed, and not afraid of an empire, not afraid of a domination system, but I knew I would always come from love. How could they reject this? How and why? And then I heard, through the songs of the sparrow, through the cats that made their way through the villages and Jerusalem at night, that something miraculous had happened, and I knew that I had been a part of something that brought new life. And never again would I need to be afraid. Never again. Brothers and sisters in Christ, the stallion and the donkey, two simultaneous parades coming in. One, of course, about a domination society, domination system, and the other, another domination system that really dismantled the power of Rome. And we know the story, don't we? We each get to observe those times when the pilots in our lives, those domination systems that hurt and disrupt, overtax, or leave out, or use a power that is really temporary, tries to usurp the message of love. We today are in the entering parade following that beautiful, humble creature. We're saying, Hosanna, blessed is he who comes in the name of the Lord. And the beauty is that we can come week after week to this place of new life and receive the message again so that we might go out like the donkey, humble and willing, having been known, caring for ourselves, caring for others, being the best that we can be because we have seen. And it's not only in seeing, but it is always in giving. It is giving in the generosity, not just seeing, giving in generosity back to those that we are called to come alongside. Hosanna? Hosanna. Blessed are you as you go in the name of the Lord.